You know, this is something that is a problem, because if you're just in Blender, if you're just making Blender, like you tend to fall into just sitting on your computer the whole fucking day, and you realize, like, you don't live your real life. You know, I know a lot of you guys are into video games like I was as well when I was younger. But what I realize now that I'm older and wiser, if you will, like my man, who was it? Was it Sam Graphics? So they'd call him an old man, right? Like, for me, there's no point in playing a video game when real life is literally like a fucking video game. It's just more shit that you can do, right? Because you play a video game, maybe at first, let's say you're playing World of Tanks. I used to play World of Tanks as well. At first, you know, cool tanks and shit, you're having fun with the animations, but very quickly that stops being the point. And the main reason that you're playing the video game is because you're trying to grind out a new tank, you're trying to get better statistics and shit. So you're sitting here, you don't even enjoy the gameplay necessarily. I'm 22 years old, by the way, almost 23. You don't even enjoy the gameplay anymore. You're just playing it for the statistics, right? That's how I felt. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I mean, sometimes it's cool action and shit, but you know, you get some cool matches. But for the most part, you're just grinding it and thinking about the next achievement. You know, you're thinking about progressing it. So it's like, if your goal is to be competitive, if your goal is to, it's not about which game you're playing, it's about being competitive at something, why wouldn't you just do that in real life? Because you can be, I feel the same way about looking at YouTube stats, right? It's the same thing. Like, the more work you put in, you have to figure out ways to expand, to grow, to get more attention, to get more success, to get better statistics, better view retention, better whatever, right? It's the same thing. You can do the same thing. You go to the gym, right? It's the same. You have to figure out a way. You figure out a way to be able to lift more weight, right? So now there's so many different games that you can play in real life, which are so much more rewarding than just one video game. You know what I mean? Because if you sort your life out in such a way, every part of your life is like a separate video game. You know, maybe you play a fucking sport. Maybe you have a really good social. You want to improve your social life or something. Maybe you want to meet a girl, or whatever it is you're trying to do, right? It's like you're playing a video. It's like you're playing a game, trying to understand what it is you can do to get better at this. You know what I mean? Exactly. Video games are a really easy way to get that excitement. You know, if I'm sitting if I'm lying in my bed on a Saturday night and I'm bored, right? There's two things I can do, right? I can turn on a video game and just play a video game. Instant excitement, my need for stimulation is cured, right? Or alternatively, I can get in the shower, brush my teeth, do my hair, put on a nice shirt, iron a shirt, put on some nice clothes, you know, make some plans, go out somewhere, pre-drinks, go to. It's so much more work to get some stimulus, right? But the problem is that you can get the same amount of stimulus from just starting your fucking PlayStation, right? So then it seems naturally you would just kind of fall into the habit of just starting your PlayStation if you wanna get some entertainment, right? But the problem is, in the long run, this is gonna affect you in different ways, right? Because if you're only playing video games all day, you're not going to the gym, you're not going out, you don't have any friends, you don't have a girlfriend, you don't have anything that you're good at that you're working towards. You're just playing video games to get your stimulation, to get your satisfaction, to get your joy, to get your excitement, right? So now you just drop all the other areas of your life because this was an easier way to get that stimulus, right? You know what I mean? So that's why the video games are so addictive, right? But they're also a big problem because of that. Now, there's nothing wrong with I also like to start a video game every now and again. I get with my boys and I will play fucking Minecraft for old time's sake one evening. You know what I mean? But to play it every day, you have to be very careful because it is very addictive for that reason. You see what I mean?